Hello ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise. I'm Lamar Haven. Welcome back to Ogre Battle 64. Special bonus before we start today's mission is I've run into this instructor at Militia. Let's find out what he wants. Have you stopped by to train, but do you really believe strength is everything? If so, then don't expect to progress any further. So what we're dealing with here is a Dragoon and an Advanced Dragon. I do believe this is one of the ways you get a new Elemental Pedra. And don't underestimate the Dragoon, while I am dealing a ton of damage because he's exposed himself quite well. This is not only a masterclass, it is a special limited masterclass that is very powerful. Thankfully, he's put himself in a position that we are going to be able to beat him pretty easily. But now we have an masterclass dragon to deal with. As you can see, not only did he hit my entire group, he also powered us all down. This is extremely powerful, so be careful. And it's one of the only times in the game where I will say the power down status is amazing. You really have to burst him down. In fact, I might have made a very big mistake by going after the Dragoon first. He's going to be able to out DPS us after a while because my healing is going to start falling behind. And our damage is just going to keep going lower and lower. This is very bad. Oh, especially if he starts guarding everything. What is this? Did you see that? The one attack I hit him with was 3 damage. I might lose this. This is so bad. And this is with my unit. My main unit. My most damaging unit. And look, I can't even deal him damage anymore. That's how bad this is. Okay, well, I guess I won't be getting this Elemental Pedra anytime soon. Lesson learned, Dragon first, Dragoon last. Let's see him finish off most of my unit, and then I'll run away. Yep, this is just one of those types of fights with the type of enemy that just gets stronger and stronger and stronger as the fight progresses, rather than in a real mission where you would just fight and run. And then your power would come back, and thus everything would be a lot easier to deal with. But that debuff is devastating if it builds up too much. So we'll worry about getting many more training done later. For now, we head on to Scene 19, The Setting Sun. Here's the plan. Listen carefully. Let's get started. We will make Romella our base of operations. Fort Kisses, a day and a half east, is our goal. We must capture the fort. Our scouts have identified an enemy legion between Romella and Fort Kisses. We can win or lose based on our approach. We can avoid them, but since we don't know their plans, we can't do anything foolish. What should we do? Beat them head on, of course. I'm sure you're aware some of our men can change classes. Some can even become centurions. We have gained information on the loose of legions from the Western Division. Seems very difficult. It would be wise to take time to learn how to effectively control a legion. Or we're going to ignore that mechanic entirely because it's a pretty dumb mechanic. Do you understand? Let's go. Okay, so something to keep in mind in this mission. I hate to break it to you, but we have another Cockatrice unit. So be careful. We also have a Raven unit that is going to try and sneak up on our base. So I need to figure out where they're coming from. In the meantime, let's see what we have. Melfi, lawful. Bungasu, neutral, and of course we have our neutral city down here that we're going to ignore. Alright, so I need someone who's a lawful unit, but not, like, very lawful. So that means Troy is probably going to start our march north. As for east, we need someone who's pretty darn neutral. I think Ankaseth is the closest we've got to that. So I'm going to send them both forward. Now I'm only moving Ankaseth there because I'm not planning on having him go straight for the stronghold. Alright, now that we see that unit, first of all, I want to point out we're in Dardunelles again. So if you recognize this area, that's a good reason for that. Olive, the priest, flanked by swordmasters and a flare brass, which is a fire advanced dragon. We're going to need a chaotic unit up there to deal with that. So I'm gonna lean towards wind. With that out of the way, let's start getting everybody else out and about, shall we? Bad guy. I need you to hold pat there. Bolt. I'm gonna move you there, along with me. Vega and Leia are gonna go north with Troy. And Kojiro will take to the mountains, ready in case anything goes wrong so he can back us up. Move out. Yeah, you're gonna see that annoying 1 icon over my unit's head for the rest of the game because I lead a legion, apparently. Okay, so we have a full legion here, led by Little John. Like I said, though, he needs to be surrounded by soldiers, so his unit is so vulnerable. Unfortunately, the downside is we can't really do much about it without going behind him. Oops. Annette, the priest. See, I want to go over every single unit in this legion, but the fact of the matter is I'm not going to be able to control my units well enough to be able to organize them in any way. And there's your cockatrice unit. Spike. Okay, so they're all pretty much lawful, except for that last cataphract unit. And there's Orwell, the Raven, who I was worried about. Worm and Wyvern. Okay, wait, let me double check that. Chaotic. Alright, so Bolt, I'm going to put you in the forest to intercept him. I'm going to start seeing if I can't gain their attention using Kojiro. And Wind, I'm going to need you to head towards the stronghold as fast as possible so you can lure out the unit. Okay. So things are happening. Morris is going to be the biggest attacker to take down most of that legion. And we have a second legion on Dardunelles. So yes, this is quite the headache. Alright, let me see if I can't get Kojiro closer and have him interfere with stuff. Wind. Start moving towards her. And everybody else keep moving. Bolt. You're fine there. Alright. Time for Bolt to show off. I'm so terribly frightened of your 20 damage each. Okay, good. Everything is going my way already. Thunderflare didn't do tons of damage to one target, but like I've pointed out in the last episode, once you have a Freya, their magical damage is not much lower than their physical damage, and since lawful units tend not to have casters, it just makes sense to make your Freyas to be casters. The decrease in damage is more than made up for the balance the unit gets for dealing magical damage instead of pure physical damage all the time, which is a problem with lawful units. Alright, so that unit's taken care of. Oops. Okay, so after this, I'm gonna make sure I have a pause already set up. There, field pause. Oh, fire breath. I didn't know you would fire breath from front row. Oh, and that's what swordmasters do from the back row. And yes, it does hurt them too. So if you're going to use that strategy, you're probably going to want a healer in the same unit. Ooh, nice crit. And yes, Asmodel can upgrade to a Black Knight, but I don't have a Valiant Mantle. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but I figured I should. However, the ninja in this unit, he still can't upgrade because he's underleveled. Good crit, though. Good crit. Lightning! And Firestorm. Perfect. That crit knocked him back, so they both get hit. Summit. Boom! I'm gonna need to heal this unit afterwards. Actually, with the leader dead, I don't need to worry about that. They can heal up the stronghold. Alright, wind. Back off. Vega. Leia. You two go there. Bolt. I want you to finish off that unit because it can't be pushed over the water despite being a flying unit. Alright. There we go. Nope. See, this unit, this group of, what am I trying to say? This legion is not moving. They just refuse to. So I'm gonna have to use Kojiro for some dirty tactics here. Alright, let's get him in a position about here. And Troy liberated Melfi. Well done, Troy. Oops. Troy, let's see. Enter Stronghold. Your army is impressive. Let me tell you about legions, an effective way of organizing units. Legions, you can more easily command units and benefit from special attacks. But there's a weakness. A legion's mobility decreases as its size increases. Well, its commander's skill is the final judge of its effectiveness. How effective will you be? Useless, 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 useless mechanic! Ugh. It's my one big criticism of this game. They add this mechanic to try and make the late game more interesting as is, and all it serves to do is to overcomplicate something that is unnecessary. Alright, so let's have Kojiro break that up. Let's have Wind heal up. And let's go. This should be more than easy because of how exposed and weak this unit is. Yep, that Centurion's going down. A whip and a couple more bites. Yep, this unit just turned into free experience for anybody who wants it. And we have broken the... Legion. Alright, let's have Kojiro back off. Oh dear! Kojiro, run! Uh-oh! Go back to the stronghold. Okay, in the meantime... that's gonna just be a very long back and forth for Bolt, so I'm gonna have him just hang out here. I guess I'm not killing the Raven unit. Alright, so... Bangasu was a mostly neutral prospect. Ankaseth. Let me see if I can remember if you're fairly neutral, yeah. Very good. Let's move you on to the stronghold, and everybody else will start backing you up. Oh dear, now that Legion's after him too. I think Kojiro's gonna get caught. Just barely! Meow. He's like a frickin' race car. Okay, but now I have a lot of units that are moving in a lot of places that I have no control over, so that could be a downside. I did just increase the overall mobility of the enemy. But I also scattered... I forgot there was a cockatrice unit. This could be bad. Oh dear. Well, it's their turn, moment of truth. How bad is this gonna be? No Petrify that time. But this could get Ankaseth, and it did. So this unit's going to be running back to base. Damn it. Well, Morris's unit should be good enough, neutrality-wise, to be able to get what I need done. Also, I really don't remember where the store is in this map. I think it might be Dardunelles. And it still counts as a win. Yay us. But my father and a cleric are now statues. Yes, yes. Run away as you need. Bad guy. Stronghold commands, shop. Cool. Still the same things as before, so that didn't change. But let's buy a couple of revive stones, shall we? Yes. No, bad guy will not hold them. I still had some spares, I know, but regardless, I needed to get those. Alright, straight down that middle. Let's take out that paladin. Oh, this is a healing setup. I didn't notice that before. Oh well, I almost killed him in one hit, so even if they heal him the full... in one round, I should say. Even they heal him the full, I'll eventually have the advantage of attacks. But I should be able to beat him. But they don't have enough healing power because they're paladins, not clerics. And this is a very odd setup for a paladin team. Alright, leader down. Oops, didn't mean to interrupt command. Yes, heal up. That's fine. You're all adorable. Okay. That went well. A couple of people in my group, in my unit, gained alignment, because why not? Alright, so I'm gonna back myself off just for a second so Morris can take the lead. And I'll be right behind him. I'm hoping Morris doesn't get petrified, because that would be bad. Alright, up here, I'm going to need to deal with that unit. So I'm going to send Leia. Oops. To get rid of it. Morris versus Charlie. This is the, cockatrice unit. Bloody hell. Well, hopefully my sorceresses can deal enough damage to kill one of the cockatrices, but I doubt it. Yep, they're aiming for the wrong one. And one of them is probably getting petrified. At least. Yep. Now the other gets petrified. Nope. Well, good. That should be enough damage to kill a cockatrice. Oh, never mind. I didn't get to go first. Yep, petrified. It's okay, ladies. Hopefully I'll get you some revive stones soon, and that should have killed it. Alright, well now I'll be able to chase it down and force them to attack with a reverse formation, so I should be okay on that front. Alright, but we have an entire legion after us now. Bengasu has been liberated. Well done, Morris. I knew I could count on you. Stronghold, enter. Are you going to fight the Latium army? Or are you going to Celestis? Capiturum is mountainous and blanketed in thick snow. No one ventures there except for the followers of Mother Birth. I'm sure they don't want to get involved in your war. I understood some words in those sentences. Alright, so this legion is going to be no end of trouble. Who are we dealing with here? Sophia, you're in charge. And that's literally all your character. They do terrible setups in legions. The 3-priest build. And Roland. Alright, now let's see if Morris... No, he doesn't. Exchange items. Give me at least one revive stone. Alright, unit, use item, revive stone, one Sophia. And then I'll heal both of them because they need it. Oops, almost healed the wrong one. And yes, you still want to heal your other petrified unit because you don't want them to also be... I can't revive them. I ain't healed them. Oh dear. Okay. So all the action is in the middle. I should have weighted more units into the middle than I did. Oops. But that happened mostly because I accidentally aggroed the Legion in the north with Kojiro's antics. Yes, yes, heal all you want. I'm not terribly concerned. I still dealt you damage and you have a support attack. Oh no. I don't remember what affects the damage of that support attack, to be honest. I know there's a way to make it significant enough damage that it actually matters, but at the moment it's just 1 damage to my entire unit. Oh no. And now for my 3rd row of attacks, which leaves you weak and hopeless. And I get 2 experience because I'm special. I don't know if that experience applies to training, but since you get nearly 100 XP per training anyway, I don't think you really need to switch the item around to whatever unit you're training with. Almost attacked a fire drake with a fire sword. That's brilliant there. That should have killed him. Oh well. That'll kill him. Sonic Boom. Dead. Crimson Note. Boom! Power down again. Yay, another one of you. I wonder if he's more likely to guard because of the fire sword. I mean, we did see that when my damage was low enough, the enemy just started guarding, so maybe that doesn't necessarily mean that he dodged the attack, maybe it also means you just dealt 0 damage. Boom! Now you see why you might consider a dragon unit as opposed to a golem unit. The only problem is that to get the big attacks, you have to put the dragon in a situation where your lead unit is in the front. But, I mean, you're perfectly capable of doing, say, a small character plus 1 dragon build, which would be far more stable. Let's see. Troy, I need you to liberate Dardunelles. Once you're on your way, we'll handle the rest. Good, I'm in front. I didn't need Morris to get any more fights. I need him to go back to base and recover one of the sorceresses. And dead. Say goodbye to this Legion. Oh no! Oh no, no! However will I survive? You used your only attack for the entire round to deal me 21 damage by combining your skills. I'm terrified. I said that I might not be done with soldiers, and I kind of might have underestimated how many other characters we get through the game. I didn't realize Ankaseth gave us an entire unit. I thought it just gave us Ankaseth. So that's part of the reason why I probably won't need to deal with soldiers anymore. Which is good. They're a pain in the ass. I still recommend you do the soldier thing that I did in the beginning of the game, so that you have enough characters, because you kind of need to. Unless you're going for a low unit count, in which case, good luck. There are a lot of times where you just need all the extra units to do different things and specialize in different ways. Alright, leader down. So the rest of this unit's not much of a threat. And I'm doing all the legwork, which is bad. I need Bolt to get in here to get some stuff. I need Morris to heal up so he can do some work. I need Ankaseth back. There's way too many units down here for my unit to be doing all the work. Especially when I'm sapping all the experience for no reason. But at least I'm killing the leader so cleanup crew can do the job. And another unit. Hello, Roland. Oh, a golem. And 2 This is actually a pretty damn decent build. It's just that I have enough damage output that I can kill the leader really quickly. But if I would, I don't know, I'm trying to think of how I would edit this to make this a better build unit. Because obviously you're like, oh, well, the golem tanks the damage, and the clerics heal him up. The problem is your enchanter is tanking the damage, and you don't want that. The enchanter's pretty frail. But see, when I was thinking that build before with 3 characters plus a dragon, what you might do is make one of your frontline fighters is your Dragon Master. You'll have the advanced dragon in the bottom right corner of your unit. And then you would have like either a cleric in the bottom left and then like a knight in the front left or something. Just a build that would make it easier to take advantage of the dragon's power without forcing yourself to only do a dragon plus Dragon Master unit. Yeah, there are way too many of my units up here. I dedicated way too much power to the north, and I didn't need to. I need Kojiro back out and about. He's pretty integral to hunting down units. Morris, I'm going to start moving you out. I'm a little worried about these guys, though. Alright, Bolt's getting back. Alright, Ankaseth. Leia, I'll have you rest there for a moment. Alright. Go to the organized screen and let's get Ankaseth back. Use item. Okay, where are you? Revive stones. On Ankaseth. And then on your cleric, Cheryl. And you're good to be dispatched again. Which is good, because I need you to be dispatched again. Alright, I'll let him rest up a little bit. Bolt, looks like you're going to be fighting Annette. What is Annette's unit like? I don't remember. Right, another one of these builds. Or maybe the only one of those builds. I thought they had 2 units like that. I was wrong. Never mind. Kill the priestess. See that focus fire? That's why I always do attack leader. Not just because it is effective in completely eliminating their threat of their unit. It's also a big deal because it really focuses the attention of your unit AI to really attack one character in that enemy unit really well. And then from there, if you really want to, you can start saying attack weakest or attack strongest and affect the battle that way. Ow. This unit's going to be a headache when I attack them from behind, because they'll actually be more powerful because the dragon, Master Class Dragon, is going to be using his really good breath attack. And you can see now we're getting to the point in the game where clerics are falling behind, and you need a priest to keep up with the damage that's being dealt to your unit. Alright, so cleanup crew is going to have a field day over there. Yep, you know what? Once Dardunelles is liberated, it's cleanup crew time. And where are you headed, Bolt? I don't remember giving you an order to chase a unit down. I must have on accident, though. Yeah, okay. After this fight, I'm going to do cleanup crew, and I'll make sure to note if Dardunelles gets liberated or accidentally captured, because that's something you guys should see. And dragon's down, and the only thing that's left is one more Soul Master. And I still have a round of attacks. Sonic Boom! And dead. So I'll be back when something interesting happens, folks. While out and about, Vega's unit encountered a Raven. Join me. Alright, got a Raven. So that's a Voltan and a Raven that have joined my group, and Bad Guy actually has the Voltan, in case you didn't notice before or I didn't mention it. So, I'll be back. Alright, so Troy is now fighting at Dardunelles, so this is important, obviously. I managed to attack them from, I think, the side. Yeah, definitely the side. So I've exposed their leader, thankfully. But Troy's unit isn't exactly damage heavy, so I don't expect this to do very well. Yeah, she's already healed back to full. So I'm gonna have to use an Elemental Pedra, I think. Hopefully this fight will last long enough for me to do so. Most of their healing's already done, though, so that's definitely an advantage. Downside is I only have Vad as a 3-time attacker, so I'm not going to be able to take as much advantage of it as I would in another unit. And I don't think I'm getting my Elemental Pedra. No, I'm not. They aren't hitting me often enough to build up the bar. And we're just not stalling enough for the bar to fill up. Yep. Alright, still counts as a win, though, which is great. Great in my book. Troy just out-tanked them. So now let's see if he liberates Dardunelles. Liberated Dardunelles. Awesome. Now let's go ahead and see what's inside, and then we'll get back to cleanup crew. The Revolutionary Army liberated Alba and Wentinus, so only Latium and Capitrum are left. That's not much. You should be able to do that. No problem. Good luck. Thanks for the vote of confidence, little girl, but it might be a little more difficult than that. Anyway, cleanup crew time.